So coming up on today, John Farnham talks about singing with Coldplay to launch his big comeback. It's Farnsey's one and only interview while he's on tour. That's right, the one and only. We'll bring it to you at 7:40.
That was a really great thing, and to get a phone call from those guys. I mean, I did remark to Chris that you know, said, oh, here I'm not nervous. Here I am working with the biggest band in the world. He said, oh no, you don't have to worry about that, mate. We're only the second biggest band in the world.
Yeah, it started the ball rolling, and is Farnsey going to launch a big tour? We hope so, don't we?
Fingers crossed.
What about the voice? Sydney's iconic Luna Park celebrated its 75th anniversary yesterday, and as part of the celebrations, another Australian icon, John Farnham, took to the stage under the big top for a brilliant performance last night. I spoke to John about his new album, his current tour, and that incredible voice.
He is, quite simply, one of the best singers in the world, and he's been doing it for a while now, striking gold with his first single back in '67. And rewriting history 20 years later when Whispering Jack became the biggest selling album in Australian music history, #1 for 26 weeks straight. And now, after countless sellout shows, #1 CDs, and a bit of a break, his first studio album in 5 years. Yes, indeed, Jack is back.
Musicians in your road crew and people who've worked with you over the years say there's only one thing better than seeing John Farnham in concert, and that's seeing John Farnham at soundcheck.
I soundcheck every night. It really does matter to me. I mean, apart from the fact that, you know, the crew do all the hard work. You know that as well as I do. I mean, they set it all up. All I am is the chubby one out in the light, you know, getting all the applause. I'd like to at least show them the courtesy of giving them a shot to make sure everything's okay. So the sound check is a warm-up for me, but it's also a warm-up for the crew as well.
You've played every venue in Australia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Inside and out.
Somebody asked me what keeps me going, and every time I work, I pretend it's the last time I'm ever going to get to do it. So with that, I put my heart and soul. Gee, I may never get to do this again. I mean, all that thing about, you know, me retiring. I was never going to retire. It was just that I wasn't going to work the big venues, the incense and all that sort of stuff again. I love working rooms this size. This is so fantastic. It's intimate. I can eyeball everyone. It's just a great feeling, you know.
The new album is kind of a collection of some familiar songs and a couple of fantastic new ones.
Well, the hit the road Jack thing.
Yeah.
That's my sense of humour. When I did the Last Time tour, you know, I recorded The Last Time. This could be the last time, which was a bit of fun. It was my sense of humour. Unfortunately, nobody got it. That's, you know, me saying, hit the road, Jack, don't come back no more. But hang on, I never knew how much I loved it.
You've got more fans than you know what to do with, but how important do you think the Coldplay gig was when someone's writing the history of John Farnham?
The reaction to You're the Voice was terrific. Remark to Chris that, you know, said, oh, here I'm not nervous. Here I am working with the biggest band in the world. He said, oh no, you don't have to worry about that, mate. We're only the second biggest band in the world.
Do you remember the time when you became like a legend?
Not something I thought about, Richard. I truly didn't. I mean, you know, those labels, I mean, everyone's a diva. Everyone's a legend. You know, if you've been in business for 5 minutes, you're either a diva or a legend. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And I've just been around for a long time. Maybe a veteran kind of would describe me better.
So you're doing this run of dates, you've got the new album. Is this going to herald like a bigger tour?
Don't know. Wheatley's a bit excited because it's the 25th anniversary of Whispering Jack next year. So I reckon he'd have the diary out.
We can all get our mullets out, the Ugg boots and the whole thing. And
Richard, you know, I haven't got enough hair for a mullet anymore. I mean, I got about $37 worth of gel in this.
I tell you what, they did rock too. It was almost a religious experience for his fans watching him on stage last night. John's new album, his first in 5 years, creatively titled Jack, is in stores next Friday. And John playing shows around the country, including Royal Pines on the Gold Coast and Cooper's Brewery in Adelaide. He's kind of mixing it up a bit. All the dates are on our website. So there you go, John Farnham back.
Cooper's Brewery in Adelaide. That would be a good gig.
They've got a big new amphitheatre there, apparently. It sounds fantastic.
He's got to do a big tour.
Well, I reckon 25 years since Whispering Jack, you can bet your boots Wheatley will be booking venues right now.
Yeah, and you're right about the voice. I mean, the transition from, he'll hate us mentioning this, but Sadie.
Well, that was a long time
Shady
ago.
Sadie. This is him. Does this take you back, Dickie?
Well before my time, I hastily point out.
Hastily points out. What about the dancing here? We'll have a little bit of a jig along here. There we go.
Just not wanting to big it up. It's early in his career.
yeah.
Doesn't want to promise too much.
Well, this is his first single. I mean, John's had several careers, you know. He had the King of Pop days back then.
And he had that other huge hit, One is the Loneliest Number.
Well, he had a few.
That's great.
And then, of course, the Whispering Jack stuff, and 26 weeks, you know, at #1 on the charts, Whispering Jack.
We've all got a copy of it.
Yeah, a couple of copies. He got the double hit, he got the vinyl and the CD. They were good days to be selling lots of records.
Nice days indeed. Great interview, Dickie. Thank you very much.
1.7 million copies of Whispering Jack
Wow.
sold in Australia.
They're pretty numbers.
That's a lot of fishing.
Count those.
Thanks, mate.